Thanks for staying with us. It is all up in the news. It's all we're talking about: the coronavirus, the flu, strep throat, all kinds of sicknesses and illnesses just going around. A lot of people getting it. A lot of people are sick. It may not be as what did you call it? You wanted them to not be shunned, people with coronavirus. Yeah. But even if you're sick, sometimes we just don't know how to treat them or how we should teach, you know, whether all those ins and outs of all that kind of stuff. We do have the expert who's going to help us. Sallie Plass is here. Thank you so much for being here.
Hello, nice to be here. So
that was quite the intro, right? I didn't even know where we were going with that.
So Adam, if you notice someone at work that is sick, and maybe you're thinking, why are they even here? There are some nice ways to say, I'm noticing that you're coughing a lot. May I bring you some hot tea, or is there something I could do to help you? In other words, you
can't just say get out.
Leave. Now, remember before at the previous segment, we said how far, when you sneeze or cough, how far do you think your droplets fly out into the room?
I'd say pretty much clear across the room.
Well, at least 6 feet. And even a tissue, and I suggest always take a tissue with you. That's one of my etiquette tips in all situations, but particularly when you're sick. Even on a tissue, germs can stay on the tissue for up to 24 hours. So just throw away your tissue instead of, you know, how some people like to save it and reuse it. In fact, I'm a little bit bad about that myself. And another thing about being sick, it's not just about how you pass your germs, but you be considerate of other people and the noises that you're making. If you're coughing or hacking or snorting, sneezing, blowing your nose, please excuse yourself. And if you're at the table, at a dining table, be sure to leave. Please don't blow your nose with a big honker at the table while you're eating and everyone else is eating. Also, what do you think about blowing your nose into your napkin?
Ooh, that's a no-no. Nobody wants to listen to that before they dive into their food.
No one wants to listen to it, but also then you're stuck with that gross napkin in your lap for the rest of the meal. So just excuse yourself, please. Now, what about shaking hands?
Yeah, that's a big one because especially like, say, in our job, we have people coming, we're going out to stories all the time, dealing with a ton of people.
Yes.
Is it rude if we don't shake somebody's hand right now?
Right now, in this current climate, there has been so much publicity that I would say no, it's not rude. And in some cases where you feel like maybe you're with like a foreign traveler or someone from another country where they would consider it very rude, then you'll just have to excuse yourself and go and wash your hands quickly as soon as you can afterwards. But it's okay to say, I feel like I might be coming down with a little cold. I want to refuse to, not refuse, but I'm going to not shake your hand.
So it is okay to say that. I agree.
Please.
I agree. Just address it because it's more awkward if you just don't do it.
Yes, exactly. And most people would actually consider that to be really a nice thing.
Yeah, you're putting it back on yourself too.
Yes.
You're saying, I'm sorry, I don't want to get you sick.
Yes,
so
yes.
Is there an alternative that you can do besides shaking somebody's hand? Because I know a lot of people do the fist bump.
Yes, but even there you can curtsy. But even that, with a fist bump, you're still passing germs. So I would just say, hello.
Plus, it's not very professional.
I know. That's
going up and be like, hey, nice to meet you.
That's a very casual gesture, that's for sure. But if you mention it, they'll know. Now, if you happen to be on an airplane with people and you can tell that someone is really, really sick, you can always ask the flight attendant if you can change seats, if there are seats available. If you cannot change seats, I would always suggest taking these little wet wipes with you if you can. Wipe off your tray table, your armrest. But the suggestion now is try to sit by the window, but also keep that vent flowing so that the airflow maybe will blow away some of the germs. So that's a one thing to consider on the airplane.
And you talked about this when we were doing the news segment. Stay home. Don't go to work if you're sick.
Please be considerate. Anyone will understand. And I know there are some problems with, you know, unpaid sick leave, but most people would be they would be happy for you to do that.
It's going to save employers money in the long run because then they're not going to have to shut down because they don't have enough employees.
Exactly. And it doesn't matter if you have a fever or not. And if you do have a fever, you for sure have to stay home at least 24 hours without that fever. But please just stay home. A lot of companies now, they will allow you to work from home.
Right. And that doesn't mean go out and go to the park and go around the store. It's stay home.
It's stay home. That's what I mean, stay home. even at the grocery store or wherever, I would always use those wipes that they have at the door. You know all those general things, the coughing and all that. You cough into your arm or you cough into your Kleenex, whatever. Try not to, be inconsiderate
Sure.
of the people you're around.
Great tip, Sallie. We always
you.
appreciate you. Have the best information. If we have any questions on maybe
Yes.
this or any other kind of etiquette situation, how do we get a hold of you?
It's just etiquetteenrichment.com, and stay well, both of you, please.
Yes,
Thank
you
you.
too.
You too.
Thank you.
We appreciate you. Thank you all. Listen to this. Cover your mouth and stay home. Speaking of covering your mouth, though, you're going to want to open them because we have Chef Allison Davis. She is making some food right next.